Thank you. I am flattered that my friend trusted me to introduce and honor him. Most people say if you've lived anywhere around in the Mammoth County, you've heard of Tim McLoone, AKA the Renaissance Man. I met Tim early in the 1900s and well, y'all thought I was born, y'all think I was born? Okay. I met him in the early 1990s. That's better, right? We met at Westchester's Medical Center for Children with Parkinson. Tim and the Shirleys blessed us musically, maternally, and spiritually. Children were dancing in their wheelchairs. Personally, as a pastor's kid, I know there was healing in the air. This was just one of hundreds of shows that Holiday Express performed, November through December. He works harder than I do at Christmas time, and I work pretty hard. Every year to this day, there is no greater demonstration of love and caring than this. Tim's express motivation is, in his own words, it is better to give than to receive, restoring my faith in human nature. Okay, so help me out. The what kind of man?
Renaissance.
Thank you. A Harvard graduate. How did your father feel about that? Accomplished musician, accomplished in athletics, increasing numbers of restaurants, all 5 stars in New Jersey and beyond, and I think I have eaten at each one of them. And the surprise is he eats the food before he lets the patrons eat the food, which is good. I have had the pleasure of joining Tim and the Shirleys for the past 8 years and found out that he loves to sing only before I do. His business in Ashbury Park are the core of the resurrection and booming economy. Let's look at this.
Tim McLoone can best be described as a modern-day Renaissance man. Tim parlayed his interest in athletics and entertaining into a career as a sports announcer. An All-American runner for Harvard University, he later became an Emmy-winning sports journalist and currently serves as arena announcer at the Prudential Center. You may recognize his voice from Seton Hall men's basketball and New Jersey Nets games. A lifelong musician, Tim can be found performing with his band Tim McLoone and the Shirleys. He also owns 12 restaurants across New Jersey and Maryland. In 1993, Tim founded Holiday Express, a nonprofit organization dedicated to bringing music, gifts, and cheer to people who are forgotten during the holiday season. Their team includes 2,500 volunteers with 150 singers and musicians. They put on more than 100 holiday events each year throughout New Jersey, New York, and Pennsylvania. Tim resides in Little Silver, New Jersey with his wife and 4 children. Tonight, we welcome this go-getter with a well-deserved spot in the Hall of Fame.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is my greatest pleasure to induct a gentleman whose generosity praises others but blushes when you praise him. Ladies and gentlemen, New Jersey's friend, Mr. Tim McLoone, into the New Jersey Hall of Fame.
Well, thank you all very much. First of all, I think of myself more as a Reformation man, actually. And I also like to thank Jason Alexander for not going yet, so you all stayed, which I think is really nice of him. And can you imagine, I get to sing and play with Darlene Love. I mean, how amazing is that? She hasn't said anything. She's the most embarrassing woman in the world. 77 years old and is kicking it and killing it, killing it. So, I'm going to be... Some friends of mine are coming out. Watch out, Darlene. When I got a phone call from my friend Gary Matola, who's actually also our landlord across the street, there's a restaurant over there if you feel inclined. I still have two in high school. I mean college, so you know. So just very quickly, all I want to tell you is that how I got here. How I got here. It started with my parents, Marie and Joe, who would have been over the moon to have been here this evening. The great nuns of the Sisters of Charity at Our Lady of Sorrows in South Orange. The great people at Seton Hall Prep, including my coach, Bill Persichetti, who taught me to be a runner. My friend Bob Keogh, who graduated with me and is an All-American himself. Then my coach, Bill McCurdy at Harvard, who tried to teach me to be an adult. We're still working on that. And my teammate, Keith Colburn, who's here with us this evening, too. The people that run our restaurants for us, I get all the credit. I get a lot of the complaint letters. I do get those, but, you know, they do an incredible job making me look good. The people at Seton Hall allowing me to announce their games. But, of course, like everybody else, I really have to thank my family. My cousins are here, the Everards, and my in-laws, the Robinsons. There's a lot of them. That's why it's the Robinson Ale House, by the way. I'm not stupid. But I am a Renaissance man, yes. But I want to introduce you to the people who really got me here, and that's the people from Holiday Express. And I can tell you I'm in trouble right now. It's hard to talk about Holiday Express, it really is. It came from a simple idea. It came out of my kitchen, then it moved down to my basement, and then it went out to the garage. And all the things I've mentioned to you cost me a lot of time with my family. And I just want to tell my children who are here, you know, Molly, Jack, Connor, and Hannah, I apologize for missing games. I apologize for missing concerts. I apologize for missing bedtime stories. I really do. And I want to thank my wife, Beth, who, if you're going to have 4 children, you might as well have a woman who is a world-class mother. She made it all happen.
Yes. How you all doing tonight?
It's not your time yet. Settle down over there. So I want to introduce you to my good friends. Bianca Mathis, Najee Rogers, Arish Amamian, Natalie Tomstick, Camille Van Valen, and their incredible teachers at the Matheny School, Lynn Coyle and Megan Chapolis. Now, I told them I wouldn't do a long speech, but in return, I got to do a song. So we're going to do a song together, and we're going to be helped here by Carl Gentry and this great band, and my own band, my best friends in the world, my band.
Down a dirty road, we started out all alone, and the sun went down as I crossed the hill, and the town lit up. Got still, 'cause I'm learning to fly, but I ain't got wings. Coming down is the hardest thing. Well, the good old days they may not return, and the rocks may melt, and the sea may burn. You know I'm learning to fly, but I ain't got work. Coming down, it's the hardest thing. Here she goes. Well, some say life may beat you down. It can break your heart and steal your crown. So let's start it out, for God knows where. I guess we'll know when we get there, because I'm learning to fly around the clouds. I'll tell you what goes up must come down. I said I'm learning to fly, but I ain't got wings. Coming down is the hardest thing. I'm learning to fly. I'm learning to fly. I'm learning to fly. I'm learning to fly. Stage fright. I know you don't have any. I'm learning to fly. Yeah, we're learning to fly. I said we're learning to fly. We're learning to fly. I know we're learning to fly. I said we're learning to fly. I said we're learning to fly. We're learning to fly. Learning to fly. We're learning to fly. Are you ready to finish it, Ara?
There you go.
But I ain't got wings.
Big wing.
Thank you, everyone. The Matheny Choir.